Hello, and welcome to the 2025.50 Apex software release overview. Apex is proud to present software updates to our acquisition, analysis, and DX Plus product suites. Let's first take a look at the improvements in the Apex acquisition product suite. The updates to our acquisition product DS, remote viewing client DR, DS management application DM, and analog output control application DO received a variety of performance and stability improvements as reported by our users. In addition, updates have been made to support interface updates to both DataTel and MeCalc hardware devices. Next, let's take a look at the Apex Analysis set of products. In the DX product, we added a feature to manually adjust the time offset of traces on the plot. For cases where time synchronizations was slightly misaligned, the data can be adjusted for better comparison. In addition, we have added updates to better support the DeweySoft data file format and have added dynamic data support to HDF5 file sets, following a specified schema. Lastly, there have been a large quantity of stability improvements and improvements made to the time playback plot types as reported by our users. Here is a demonstration of the DX time offset feature provided. The user can open the plot settings dialog, select the trace to adjust, and then add or subtract time for its adjustment. The GageMap products also received a large quantity of stability updates and performance improvements, as reported by users. Additionally, the latest converter has been updated to support the latest ANSYS and Abacus versions. The Abacus ODB libraries are now packaged with the product, ensuring out-of-the-box support. And the latest ANSYS updates do restrict solutions created with ANSYS versions prior to 2016. These versions will no longer be able to convert due to these restrictions in the API. There has also been a general packaging update made for our product deliveries. Still provided are the standalone Apex acquisition and Apex analysis packages. These packages will install the products to set designated spaces for analysis and acquisition. Additionally, these products utilize internal licensing specific to the product. These installers will eventually be phased out in favor of the Apex Unified Installer. This provides a single install access for all of Apex's provided software and utilizes an external license manager for a single point control for your product licensing. This will ultimately simplify licensing and ensure you get the most out of your Apex products. Lastly, for Linux installations, RHEL 7 is no longer supported. The minimum base image supported for Linux is RHEL 8, and RHEL 9 has been tested for compatibility. To visualize the Apex installation package, here are a few screenshots of the installer. As stated, this provides access to the Apex product suite for simplified installation, including our APIs for custom development. Additionally, the installer itself is scriptable and can be deployed in common deployment scripts. The Apex License Manager is being provided in the updated installation to make licensing easier and provide broader access to products that share license types. The License Manager can be configured to work with node-lock license files, license server environments, as well as open code license types. The License Manager runs as a service and is accessible via the system's task tray on Linux and Windows. For non-GUI environments, there is an option to run the license server as a background service, which does not require a user interface. Lastly, we will take a look at the DX Plus product suite and the updates and features that have been made. To overview some of the many new updates to DX Plus, these include processing updates providing relative phase processing, rev resampling, and order FFT updates, the addition of signal math, and the addition of modal and static fit processing for simulation correlations. Structural and CFD simulations have been integrated to support online and offline connection to sensor data. Virtual sensor mappings of strain gauges, displacement sensors, thermocouples, and pressure sensors, and providing solution contours. Video has been integrated for offline and online viewing of phantom cameras and file formats, as well as cameras and file formats supported through standard Windows drivers and codecs. We have added scatter and bar plots for visualization, provided further control on what is plotted and how data is referenced. Tracking plots are now available. Data playback of data, model solutions, and video can be time synced across multiple plots. Updates have been made for graphic and text alignment, and a variety of Campbell diagram improvements have been added. DX Plus provides a first-class support for offline analysis from SQLite database files. Distributed access control has been added, and we have introduced Android and Windows apps for control and monitoring. In addition to the features added, there's been a large quantity of stability improvements and improvements to the loading and saving of designs and plot setups. As part of the post-processing updates, we included the stream select element for loading of data channels from stored databases. We work to present this in a similar and familiar fashion as our DX product. Here is a demonstration of setting up the relative phase processor. This can work with the use of a trigger source, such as a TAC, in order to reference phase of the signal to the TAC pulse. Additionally, the user can select another channel to phase reference. Shown here is an example of the results of the phase when referenced to a trigger source. You can see a clear change to the phase for the frequency data in these given plots. As part of the post-processing updates, we have added first-class support to SQLite database files. This short clip demonstrates the loading of the database and the selection of the data records or events to process. The processing of multiple events and multiple records would be the equivalent of processing multiple files simultaneously in our DX product. In the plotting side of the post-processing updates, multiple plots can be time synced together. Here's a demonstration of this functionality. This clip demonstrates some of the sensor mapping capabilities added to the product. Currently supported are strain gauges and displacement sensors. These provide extraction for displacement, strain, and stress type solutions. Pressure sensors are also provided, which provide extraction for pressure solution results. Lastly, thermocouples are provided for extraction of temperature solution results. Sensors can be mapped to their locations and then queried for result values for their designated locations. In addition, sensors can be resized and remapped according to user desire. After mapping sensors and their locations queried for results, these results can be exported to a file providing an analytical measurement vector. These measurements can be used by the mode and static fit processors for correlating the analytical with the measured. When doing so, the model can be used for visualizing the effects on the part given the data coming in. This visualization can also be time-synced with other data plots. This clip demonstrates this capability. This release also provides free-form layouts for plotting. This provides capability for creating a dashboard and saving the dashboard for later use. The dashboard can support the addition of text, shape, and image overlays, as well as image backgrounds and the dragging and resizing of plot widgets. The provided clip demonstrates this capability. Scatter plots and bar charts have also been added to the supported plot list. The scatter plots can be a single list of points, or they can be added as a reference to the values of another list. This can, for example, be pressure versus temperature in a scatter plot layout. The provided clip demonstrates this capability. DX Plus has added user control over how the application may be remote controlled. In this, the user can set a specific port to allow control on and check an option that states that for any connection, the user has to approve the connection. The provided clip demonstrates this capability. On the previous slide, the demonstration used a control script to control the DX Plus application. This was utilized via Python. Apex has also provided an Android and Windows app that's available for control or monitoring one or more DX Plus instantiations. These are screenshots of the provided applications. Thank you for your time and viewing this update. While there have been many updates to the Apex product this year, there is definitely more to come in 2026. Thank you.